Okay, so here we are at how to set up your Hostgator account quickly. And this is module 2 of branding and platform launch for no rejection marketing. So it's now time to set up your Hostgator account, and it's pretty quick and easy if you have someone helping you. I use Hostgator for many reasons. The most critical one is that they're going to answer their phone. They have text service that actually has a telephone number, and they speak English. So when you call up, you actually can understand them. And so now go to my blog page and click on the banner for the Hostgator and sign up for the Unlimited Business Hosting Package. Do not sign up for the basic package. That's only going to allow you to host one website. And you want the ability to grow and host many websites, especially after you learn how to attract multiple streams of income. It's critical that you can host more than one website. If all this is Greek to you, don't despair. I'm a phone call away, and I'll guide you through it. Or call me and I'll host your domain on my hosting, but I usually don't recommend that. You really want to have your own hosting. If you can't afford the amount of money this is going to take, which is $12 to $30 per year for your domain names, $15 per month for your hosting, and $19 per month for your autoresponder, you should think long and hard about your commitment to your business. Any successful internet marketer and entrepreneur will tell you your minimum commitment to gain a dominant presence on the internet is a minimum $400 or $500 per year. A lot of guys or people will tell you it's a lot more than that, but at least $400 or $500 a year is going to get you your domain, your hosting, and your autoresponder. All businesses have a minimum cost of doing business per year. For most, it's in the thousands of dollars by the time you add licenses, legal fees, accounting, rental of office space, etc. On the internet, you can totally project the image that you want for pennies on a dollar. You can look like you work from $1 million office building if you want, even if you're working from your bedroom. The account that I recommend is around $14 or $15 a month. That one allows you to host multiple domains. It's not the least expensive, it's certainly not the most expensive, and there's a strong argument to sign up for a dedicated host because it loads faster and you have less chance of downtime, etc. But those are expensive, so let's just start with a $14 or $15 a month one. Once you have signed up, you're going to need to give Hostgator your website, whichever website is your main website. This is either your business name or your personal name. I recommend having both. There are others that will be called add-on domains, but you will need to tell them which domain is the primary account domain. Once that is done, you're going to need to log back into your GoDaddy account and point your domains towards your Hostgator account. And again, if this is all Greek to you, then give me a call and we can set up a time to do it together. So what I'm going to do now, let's see here, let me get out of this, and I'm going to open up my GoDaddy. Yeah, here we go. Okay, now you're in GoDaddy, and you bought a domain. In this case, let me just click on one, Cashflow King, let's say. Okay, now this is, I clicked on domain, manage domains. If you just bought your first one, then you're only going to have one. I have like 100. But you're going to go down to the back end where it talks about your settings, and you're going to go to name servers, and you're going to click on manage. And basically this is what tells your GoDaddy where to point the domains. Now, the second part of this is you will have received an email from Hostgator saying, hey, welcome to Hostgator. Here's your your name servers, name server 1 and name server 2. What you're going to do is copy name server 1, just copy it, and then you're going to go and you're going to click on custom. In other words, you're not leaving it with GoDaddy. You're going to click on custom and edit name servers. And you're going to plug in on name server 1, you're going to plug in, paste, and then go back to your other one and click on the second name server. And click on that and paste that one. So now you've got two new name servers in there. You're going to click on add. Hang on there a sec. There we go. And then you click on OK. And I'm not going to save this, but normally you would save it. You would click save, and then it's going to tell you it's going to be a few minutes before the changes take place. Now, I've always been able to, the minute I put in my new name servers, it literally, it switched right away. Now, I guess it could take 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. It never has for me with GoDaddy. That's one of the reasons why I buy my domains through GoDaddy. So that's step one. Now, let's just take a minute here to go back in case you haven't bought your domain yet. And again, I recommend, you can pick your business domain if you haven't gone through the assessment that I recommend that you go through. Let's say you're going to buy a domain name and it's going to be your name, because you want people to find you and be able to learn about who you are. Well, let's say it's Bob Wilson. Okay, now there's probably quite a few Bob Wilsons, so I think this is going to be taken. What do you do if you have a common name and sorrybobwilson.com is taken? Well, you're not done yet. What's your nickname? Do you have a nickname like Bubba Wilson? Search again. Okay, that's available. Okay, let's say you don't have a nickname. Let's say say your middle initial is C, Bob C. Wilson. Okay, that's available. See, there's a lot of different ways to do it so that you do have, now obviously if you have a less common name, that'll be available, like Consuela Jenkins or something. More often than not, that's going to be available. But let's do another one. Let's say that you wanted to have Bob Wilson as the main name. Well, what about Bob Wilson? Let's see if that's available. Yes, that's available. So again, what you want is the main name there, and if people start searching for you, and they, back to my plumbing, example, say you're Bob Wilson Plumbing. Well, and these guys want to know who this Bob Wilson guy is that has a plumbing company. Do they want to do business with him? Well, they might Google you. So about Bob Wilson is going to come up, and they're going to say, oh, there he is. Okay, so you would want to buy that domain. The first domain you would want is Bob Wilson, but if that's gone, then you've got different choices. You just have to be creative. Another way to do it, if you didn't want to do about Bob Wilson, is Bob Wilson Life. So Bob Wilson's Life, or Bob Wilson. What's your passion in life? Are you a softball player? Are you a fisherman? Bob Wilson, the fisherman. And again, it's going to allow people to get to know you. Obviously, it's available, so buy that up. But these are some examples of what you can do if the domain that you want is taken with your name on it. Well, get some kind of with your name in it, and use either your passion or about Bob Wilson or whatever. But now that you've got that, then you're going to point it towards the Hostgator, which I just showed you. So now I'm in the back end of my Hostgator. So you've got your Hostgator account. They've sent you your welcome. You're in Hostgator, and you've got the name of your website. You already gave them the name of your main website that's going to register you with Hostgator. And so here you're in the back end. They'll have sent you an email with your password and your login. And so your next step, which I'm not going to go into this video, we're going to have another video on how to load your WordPress. So we're done with this video. Go ahead and turn this off and go to the next video, which is how to get started with WordPress.